Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Taimur and this is my channel, The Cloud Security Guy. And today I want to cover this topic which a lot of people have asked me about before, which is about improving your cybersecurity CV. You know, how to practically improve the value of your cybersecurity CV. And I've been working in cybersecurity for around like 20 plus years now, and I've seen thousands and thousands of CVs from junior to CISO level. And after a while they start to blur into each other. You've seen so many CVs, all of them look the same unless you do something to make them stand out. And this is very important, especially nowadays where job market is quite tough and the competition for jobs is extremely tough, right? So you need to make sure that your cybersecurity CV stands out, and that's what I want to talk about today. Studies which show that, like, the hiring managers, I think they take around like 7 to 8 seconds to decide, and if they don't like your CV, they will simply move ahead, right? So you need to make sure that your CV stands out. So let's take a look, and today that's what I want to talk about. I've just made this simple presentation, and these are tips which I use when I'm helping people out or I'm coaching them, and I have helped people use these tips to land very good, very high paying jobs. So what do I talk about when I'm talking about improving your cybersecurity CV? So the first one you can do, the first tip I would recommend you do is speak the language of results. What does that matter? Like, what does that mean? Too often what happens is what they do is they copy paste their job description into a CV, and that tells me absolutely nothing. That only tells me what you're doing. A big deal. Okay, I mean, so let's take an example. So what people write is, I manage the cybersecurity protocols, or I manage the endpoint solution. Okay, so what? That's part of your job description, right? After, how can you improve it? You can write like this. So what you do is, you're speaking what were the result, what were the outcomes. You can say, I strengthened the cybersecurity measures, achieving a 40% reduction in system vulnerabilities. So if I'm a CISO, this will actually draw my okay, this guy actually managed to reduce the vulnerabilities by 40%, and that's quite impressive, especially for CISOs who are trying to manage their vulnerabilities. The first one does not tell me anything. The second one tells me what you managed to accomplish. Okay, let's take another example. So many times I've seen people write this, right? I've implemented two-factor authentication, or I've introduced multi-factor authentication. Okay, so what? So this is how you can write it, right? After rolled out two-factor authentication for all user accounts, significantly enhancing account security and reducing unauthorized access incidents by over 50%. Actually, this should be more than 50%. I think 50% is still too less. But this, again, first one does not tell me anything. Okay, you implemented MFA, big deal. It probably just was turning on a button. This one tells me, okay, you rolled out two-factor authentication to all accounts, and as a result of that, security was improved, obviously, but you also managed to reduce the unauthorized access incidents. Again, if this is a job where the CISO is concerned about unauthorized access, this will make him stand up and take notice. So these were the first one which I want to talk about, speaking the language of results. The second one is highlighting problem solving skills. Now CISOs and cybersecurity senior people, they love people who can solve problems, because believe me, they have enough problems, right? They want people who can help them solve these problems. So first one, people write, how do you write in your CV? I noticed an increase in phishing attacks and from the IT team. Oh, okay. I mean, then what happened? So you can actually like it like this. I identified a surge in phishing attacks. I initiated and led a comprehensive anti-phishing campaign. I put employee education, regular simulated phishing, and the deployment of an AI-based phishing detection. This approach reduced phishing success rates by over 70%, right? Enhancing our overall cybersecurity resilience. So the first one, you just saw a problem and you did something. Second one, you implemented an actual solution, right? You solved a problem, and that's what I'm trying to highlight here. Okay, next one. You developed a proprietary data analysis tool to help security insights. Okay, what happened? What was the result? Here, developed and launched a cutting-edge data analysis tool, enabling real-time insights that drove a 20% increase in decision-making efficiency and 15% rise in overall productivity. Right? A lot of people do that with security. They show automation. They just say, I did automation. They do not tell you what the result was. Again, if you're a CISO, this will draw your attention and say, okay, you have quantitative data that shows that you did something. Third one, what's the third thing you can do? You can connect the dots between tech and business goals. And this is very important, especially in cybersecurity. Too often, cybersecurity is seen as a blocker, right? You're seen as the guy who comes in at the end and who introduces something and stops the business from going live. That's why there's always this tension between business and IT, right? So what can you write? So before implemented a security testing process for our web applications. Okay, how did that help the business? You can write it like this. Implemented an automated security testing system that increased software deployment speed by 50% and directly contributed to a 20% faster time to market. Now, if you're a CISO and you're having regular fights with the business teams and with the product teams, you can take a look at this. Okay, this guy did something which actually improved security and led to a direct business advantage, right? The business benefited from this security, and this will again make you stand out from other people, other CVs. Let's take another example. Monitored network traffic for security threats. Okay, big deal. Everybody does that. So developed and implemented an advanced network security that leverage AI, blah, blah, blah. Let's move ahead. Yeah, this system reduced the incidence of security breaches by 60%, significantly cutting down potential downtime costs. Because you implemented good security that stopped attacks from happening, the system downtime went down and it enhanced your reputation as a reliable business partner, right? If you're a service provider, if you are in some way where you are customer facing, right, your security, your business, this can be a major boost, right? If you are a business that's has an application or has a web application that is being used by thousands of customers, this is again a CISO will say, okay, this is the type of guy I want. Okay, what else is there? Last one, which is very simple, but again very commonly missed, using accessible language. Please, nobody is impressed by too many jargons, right? APT, EDR, SOC, SIEM. Okay, they sound fancy. Please do not drown your CV in jargons. So let's take an example. Utilize machine learning models for predictive analysis and security incidents. What does that mean? You actually mean this. You leverage an advanced technology, brackets, machine learning, to predict potentially suspicious behavior, enabling us to detect security incidents and improving our security posture. So I don't need like a PhD in cybersecurity to understand what you're saying here. And let's take one more example. Deployed RBAC, and this is actually something I've seen before. Deployed RBAC on enterprise systems for better IAM. What does that mean? If you're an HR guy, this won't mean anything. You won't believe, some CISOs might not understand what you're talking about, right? So this is what you want to say. You introduced role-based access controls to our systems, ensuring that employees only have access to the information necessary. This streamlined our internal processes and significantly reduced the risk of unauthorized data access. So these are the sort of things. I hope you got a good idea now. These are 4 ways which I wanted to talk about, and these are so simple, but you won't believe. I've seen thousands and thousands of CVs. How many CVs completely miss the mark? So speak the language of results, highlight your problem solving skills, show them you can solve problems, right? Connect the dots between tech and business, always show how your security controls are able to contribute to the business. And of course, use accessible language. Don't talk like you're talking to some guy who's won a Nobel Prize or something for cybersecurity, please, who has a PhD or a doctorate. Just talk to people, simple ways, show what you've done, but don't drown them in excessive jargon. So I hope this gives you a good idea on how you can use this. Please apply these tips to your own CV. I'm going to try and make some prompts also, ChatGPT, which can help you out. If you're interested in more tips like this, like I said before, I have a complete course which I've made on all these coaching tips which help people land cybersecurity jobs. You can check it out. I'll put the link in the comment section. If you found this video useful, please do like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.